My name is Daniel Rivero. I'm product and data lead at Clikalia, and as you can see on the screen, we're gonna present today how we integrate data in Clikalia and how we leverage its full potential. For those who don't know Clikalia already, I would like to tell you that Clikalia is a benchmark PropTech in Spain, Mexico, France, and Portugal. We offer a 360 offer around the real estate business and buying and the experience of a customer for selling, buying a house, renting a house, financing. All this is accompanied by additional service like legal assistance, like insurance, supplies, and a big offer. For example, in the last months, we have launched a new business line that is Clikalia Studio, that is dedicated to offer services for custom refurbishment, interior design, and decoration. And after this presentation of Clikalia, I would like to tell you what I'm going to present today. Mainly 3 points. First, we're gonna see our data strategy and how important is for us the data culture. After that, we will see the data solutions that we have implemented in Clikalia and the data platform architecture. And finally, we will see very briefly a very important use case for us, and where we leverage the data potential, that is the property valuation, the automation of properties valuation. So let's do it. About data strategy, Clikalia, the main our vision in the data team in Clikalia was transforming Clikalia in a data-driven company, right? And what that means incorporating data in every interaction with the customers, in every process and in every decision. That usually there are two approaches when we talk about data decisions. That's the first one is data informed. Is that what you don't base the decisions only on data, but you have to use also another variables like business knowledge and user research or another variables. And data driven is when you prioritize basically data to make decisions. In Clikalia, at this stage, we have to be honest. We combine both approaches. We combine the data informed and we combine the data driven. There are many reasons, because both approaches have pros and cons. But there are three main reasons for this. Because of the industry of the real estate sector and the business. This is a business where there are a lot of factors involved in buying a house or selling a house. So you cannot base decisions only data. There are a lot of market knowledge and business knowledge of our commercial force and analysts. So we cannot be 100% data driven. And it's also because we have to base decisions on historical data and high volumes of data, and we have to be very sure that that information is really accurate, and that's why we combine both approaches. So what are the main goals of this strategy? As you can see on the screen, the first one was. Data has to be the key lever for Clikalia for growing and scaling. The second one was about the customer experience. We have to use that data to drive value to the customer. The third one, is about operations. When we use and explode data in the proper way, we will improve significantly the performance of our business and operations. And the last one was about return. Okay, so we are very focused on getting return on any data investment that we make in Clikalia. And I would like to make a point about that strategy. I think that This is for data, for everything. Is the importance of the importance of a good strategy and a good vision, because I think there is this kind of mantra, like it's overused, that okay, let's do mistakes. Okay, it doesn't matter. You can make mistakes. You can learn from them, and you can correct. I agree, but I think that when you have a solid and a right strategy, you will avoid to make a lot of mistakes. So that's why the strategy is so important for us. And the last one is about data culture, how important it is, because you can build a lot of solutions around data. You can have a very good strategy, but you have to get all the organization involved in these strategies. It has to be a shared responsibility throughout the organization. So otherwise, it never works, right? And well, the second point is about, I have to go faster, I think, about the data platform and solutions. As you can see in this slide, this platform is based mainly in three axes, and you have the data sources that we have in Clikalia, the internal data sources like, I don't know, commercial funnel, operations systems, financial systems like ERP, and we have a lot of external data sources like Google Analytics for web metrics, and a lot of databases for the property market. So we integrate, using this solution, all these different data sources. In the data collection, for us was very important to automate all this process. That's why we use Fivetran as the main collection solution. As you can see, the third axe is the storage, is integration of data. For that, we use BigQuery. BigQuery is a very scalable solution, and it will give us in the future very capabilities about AI as well. And we have the last part, is the part closer to the business. Data modeling is really important, where you have to build a unified data model that gives business users a unified vision and understanding of the business. Otherwise, it doesn't work. And visualization and discovery, these are the tools that we will use for different use cases for business users. We use different solutions like Looker, like Power BI, that it depends on the business case. And the last point that is really important as well is quality, governance, and management of data. That's very important, because we have to make sure that around all these data solution, we have to make sure that business users make a proper use of this data, and that they don't put organization at risk in terms of security, of ownership, or of lack of trust, and of course of compliance with regulations. For us, data quality, governance, and management for us is really crucial, and that's why we have chosen also this solution, because they are very scalable, helping us manage the data pipeline, the end-to-end of the data pipeline and the data lineage. And third, and the last point is, as I told you before, very briefly, is how we have the data strategy, we have the vision, we have the solutions, and we have the use case where we will use this data infrastructure. And one of the most important for us is valuation. It's how we use an automated valuation model to get an estimated value of properties and our property portfolio. So I don't know if I hope so, but I don't know if you ever visit the Clikalia website. So if you want to sell your house, you enter in this kind of screen where you very easily, and it's also very funny, you can enter all the information and all the characteristics about your house. In order, Clikalia gives you an initial offer in 24 hours, right? So this is the main point, the main touch point with the customer. And behind we have this very complex process, which is valuation. which is an automated valuation model. It's mainly a statistical or mathematical model where you put a lot of data sources inside with very, very different information of properties, characteristics, local market information. We put prices, trends, or asking what the properties that are published right now in portals and other channels. We put also internal evaluations that we made in Clikalia. So you put all these together. And there are three approaches for valuation. In the residential real estate is usually used the sales approach that is very oriented to getting an estimated value or a value range for sale. And that's why you get a set of comps or set of similar properties in a geographical radius or in a time window. You put all this information together and you get an estimated value or an estimated value range. For this, again, two approaches. The most common or use is a regression model, right? It's a statistical model where you have a dependent variable and a lot of independent variables, and based on that you get an estimated value. What we are focused right now in giving or making a step forward and starting to use machine learning techniques to fix in some way the problems that a regression model gives you in this kind of evaluations. I have to finish. So about this use case, I told before that we are very focused on getting value for all our data investments. So here you can see what are the main benefits for us of using this kind of solution. Benefits: we will get more accuracy in our valuations. We'll give the customer speed and convenience in the experience. We will avoid risk. We will reduce operation cost. Of course, we have to implement this, and this implies costs like the data warehouse, the machine learning techniques, the data infrastructure. And what are the returns, or what the return is for us is getting a better average sale value, improving return of all our portfolio, and of course a reduction of operating expenses. So that's it. I hope you found it interesting. Thank you very much for being here, and have a good day. Thank you.